I'm a guy who my entire life has struggled with rules. I've always struggled with knowing when to follow and when to ignore certain rules. Rules to me, even from the time I was a child, I needed to be able to understand why a certain rule existed, and it needed to be applied in a fair way, in a way that felt fair. If there was ever a rule that an adult was telling me and they couldn't articulate in a way that made sense to me why that rule existed, wear your seatbelt. Why? Not just because I say so, but because we might get in a car accident and you will be safer if you have your seatbelt on, and I don't want you to get hurt. And if you can't articulate that to me clearly, I don't understand why you're telling me to put my seatbelt on, and I will never like hearing because I say so. Because I'm older than you and I know better than you. You know? I've always needed to understand. Don't hit that person. Keep your hands to yourself. Why? He was annoying me. Why can't I hit them? Because that's not how we resolve conflicts. And because hitting people can cause real damage to them. It can hurt their feelings and hurt them. And you wouldn't want someone to hurt your feelings, right? You wouldn't want to have that feeling. So don't hit other people. If you don't want other people to hit you, you don't hit other people. You find a better and healthier way to resolve that conflict. I can understand that. And I don't think that a fair application of that rule is because I'll hit you. As an adult, I'll hit you if I see you hitting someone else. I don't think that a fair application of that rule is if you don't want me to hit you, then you don't hit other people. But it is if you don't want to be hit in general. If you can understand the experience of not wanting to be hit, then you should not hit. I always from the time I was a young kid, needed to understand why a rule existed, and I needed to know that it was being applied fairly. I still, to this day as an adult, really struggle with rules that I think are stupid. And our government is loaded with them. There are all kinds of laws and rules that government bureaucrats draw up that are literally just to like milk money out of people. Recently, my car was towed in Los Angeles, outside of a friend's house that I was staying at. And I came out in the morning and my car was gone. Brand new car. I just bought this car and it was gone. My first thought was, oh my God, my car is stolen. Brand new car. They stole it. One of the neighbors came out and said, are you looking for your car? I said, yeah, they went. And she went, yeah, they towed it just about an hour ago. And I went, oh my God, why? And she said, there's a construction project happening down the street. I looked down the street. I saw it. I could see them working on it. And it was literally probably 200 to 300 feet away from where I'd parked. It was like on a whole other section of the street. It was like far away. Like the construction area they were small. The construction cars and what was going on was small in my vision because it was that far away. And I could see down where the construction project was happening that there were lots of temporary tow away, no parking signs. And I thought, oh, well, the city messed up. There are no signs where I parked. There were no temporary no parking tow away signs where I parked. So I thought, oh, well, I'm going to go get my car back and the city's going to reimburse me because they messed up. So I went in person to the city to say, hey guys, I took photos, I took videos of where I was parked. There were no signs there. You messed up. You need to give me my money back, my $400 back. The guy there at the office that I went into even shows me a photo that his officer who gave me the citation and who had the car towed took of my car, showing there were no signs around my car. You can even see in the photo that he took, you can see the construction project happening all the way down the street, and you can see how far away it's happening from my car. And you can see that all of the signs indicating that it was a temporary no parking zone, tow away zone, were all the way down there. So I go, oh, great, it's right there. The guy goes, yeah, but did you know that LA County in their laws, there is no minimum distance that a temporary no parking tow away zone sign needs to be placed for it to be applicable on that street. The only thing that can cut off, the only place where those signs cut off is if there is an intersecting street. So had there been an intersecting street between you and the construction project, those signs would no longer have been valid. But as long as you are on the same unbroken stretch of street, those signs can be valid for the entire street. Now, in Los Angeles, where I live, there are streets that go for over a mile without being intersected by another street. So hypothetically, you could be parked on one end of that street, and a mile down the street, on the other end of the street, they could be doing a little project where there's no way you could possibly know that an entire mile down the street that sign applies to you and they could come and tow your car. So because of a technicality, the city decided not to refund me on that because I didn't know that stupid law that existed. And that's just an example of a rule that I think is really bad and stupid and that I don't want to follow and that I don't want to exist. The world that I live in is full of those kinds of rules, and I'm a person who has a problem with rules that can't be articulated well and that are applied in an unfair way. So that's just a little example there.
We the people pleasers, a fancy way of being.